Hey everyone, it's Bubbles and welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you're new. So today's video is gonna be another pack ranking / review video. This one is going to be all of the stuff packs that we have in game so far. So it might be a little long because we have a lot of stuff packs, so I apologize beforehand if it takes a while, but I'll try to be concise about it. So, before I jump into it, I do want to mention that I'm going to put the base game in Need It and this holiday stuff pack in Need It as well, because you need the base game in order to play. Doesn't mean I like it, but we're not going to talk about that. And then the holiday stuff pack is a free pack you can download, and they do update it sometimes, so just to let you know. But either way, so the first stuff pack I want to talk about is the luxury party stuff pack. So this is the very first stuff pack we got, and like the title says, it's literally just for party stuff. And so it mostly focuses on Create-A-Sim assets, and they are nice, don't get me wrong. It's just I don't have this pack because I feel like I don't need these things for my Sims, because I don't normally dress my Sims in this kind of stuff. However, there are really nice dresses in here, so if you do like dress your Sims up in more fancier and party clothing, this might be great for you. And then the other reason I don't have it is that there's like hardly any build items, and so the ones I would use, there's only like a couple I might use, and I don't feel like that's worth me buying a $10 pack. But because of that, I am going to put this one in the no just no category, because I don't think I'm ever going to get it. It's just not for me. The next pack I want to talk about is the Perfect Patio stuff pack. So this is the second stuff pack we got, and it came with hot tubs and then a few like patio themed items. And so this one has quite a bit of build items, which is what I use mostly. I'll show you in game up close my favorite stuff, but the Create-A-Sim items, there aren't very many. I really got this one for the build mode items, so let me jump in game and show you. Okay, so these are the items. So I do use these counters quite often, and if I'm ever doing like a outdoor grill area in a nicer home, I use this grill all the time. I use that in this item quite a bit for grills, and then I do use the outdoor seating stuff quite often as well. Mostly I use the more monochromatic swatches. So with all of that being said, I would probably rank this one as good, because I really do use the patio furniture quite a bit, but I feel like there's only a few swatches I really use, and it's mostly the black and white swatches. So yeah. The next pack I want to talk about is the Cool Kitchen stuff pack. So with this one, this is focusing on just kitchen stuff, and so the new things we got with this one is an ice cream mixer, which I actually have never used in game. Funnily enough, I don't really use much of the kitchen appliances other than the stove and the fridge, honestly. So, anyway, but this one's Create-A-Sim items are quite nice, actually. I do like them, and so like the female tops we have in this pack I do use quite often. And then it also has some nice blazers and like sweaters and vests for guys, and so I use those quite a bit. So here are the items. I really do like these counters, actually. I do think that any pack that comes with another counter set is a good thing in my book. I don't like the cupboards, however, because a lot of the different like selections have these windows in them, so I don't like that as much. If you've been paying attention to any of my kitchens, I use all these kitchen clutter items like all the time. I use this every single time. So yeah, I do get quite a bit of usage out of this one. I don't like the other items that come in this pack as much. Like, this table is okay, but the chairs look very plasticky. I do really like the posters that come in this pack. So these actually have quite a bunch of good swatches, and I use them for like kids' rooms and teenager rooms. So with all of that, because I use like the little kitchen clutter items so much, I'm going to put as needed because I personally need it. Yeah. So the next pack I want to talk about is the spooky stuff pack. So with this one, we got a bunch of Halloween costumes for any age except toddlers. And then we did get a few like Halloween themed build items, which I will jump in game in a little bit to show you guys. But this one comes with a pumpkin carving station where you can carve many different kinds of faces on many different kinds of pumpkins. And there's a candy bowl that will spook your Sims, which is randomized, which is funny. And then we did get a new event type. You can throw a spooky party, like a Halloween party. And so, funny story about this one, before I was preparing for this video, I didn't really like this pack. In fact, I regretted getting it, which is weird because if you know anything about me, you know my favorite holiday is Halloween. And so, the fact that it's September right now, I'm like, you know? And so, then I got to looking through the items again to get like a real grasp on like how I thought of it. I kind of like fell back in love with it, not gonna lie. And so with the Creative Sim items, they do match really well. I feel like they did a good job creating like full costumes of different things. So here we are in the spooky room. This gets me so in the mood for spooky season. Anyway, so when I was putting this room together to kind of showcase all the items, I was starting to like fall back in love with the decorations in here. Like, if you don't like spiders, I apologize, but these are just cool. And like, the little pumpkins are just, I love them. And the little ghosty lights, like, that's so cute. And then, oh, this teddy bear I use every single time I do a creepy kid room because I love him. And then these wallpapers are low-key underrated. So this one reminds me of My Sims. If you know what My Sims is, you're cool. But this was kind of the first Sims game I played. So these give me My Sim vibes. And then this one is just cool. This one has nice cool swatches. This one could be perfect in like a gothic interior as the wallpaper. And then these ghosts are just so dang cute. Like, you could use these in kids' rooms, you could use these in like fun houses. I don't know, you could use this quite a bit. And so, because I fell back in love with this pack, I'm going to say I love it actually, because I am just obsessed with Halloween, and it might just be because Halloween is coming up and I'm ready for it. I don't know, but yeah. So the next pack I want to talk about is the movie Hangout stuff pack. So with this one, we got two new projector screens. So one that's like freestanding on its own and one that hangs on the wall. And then we also got a popcorn machine, which I also don't really use. And then we also got a bunch of movies that you can either watch, your sim can watch by themselves or with a group of people, which is nice. So like, there's some gameplay you can do with that, just like having people over for a movie night, you know, that kind of thing. And so with this one, we finally got boho styled things. So I love the Create a Sim items in this pack. I think the dresses for female Sims are just gorgeous, and there's a lot of good swatches with them. I use them quite often. And then the guy tops we got as well are really nice. Like this one I use literally all the time, like literally every sim. And then we got a few more hairstyles that are more like alternative, which is always good in my book because I feel like we need more alternative things. I'm an alternative bean, by the way, but so I just kind of put a bunch of items together and like little vignettes to kind of show off what you can do with it. But this pack's build items do have quite a bit of like very bright and loud, if you will, swatches and patterns. However, I do think they did a decent job making it so each item can match with each other. And I just kind of wanted to show this because even though it's got like these really bright patterns, it's also got much more softer swatches, and then the neutral swatches in this are very pretty as well. There are a few swatches that don't really match up very well with other items, and they're just hard to use in general. So with all that being said, I would probably rank this one as, honestly, I'm going to put it as good. So the next pack I want to talk about is the Romantic Garden Stuff Pack. So with this one, there isn't really any new items. Well, I guess the wishing well is new. The wishing well is kind of creepy, not gonna lie, and it's kind of hard to get anything out of it, but anyway. And with this one we got garden and landscaping items, which are very nice, and so I will jump in game and show you guys, but there isn't as many Create a Sim items in this one. However, I think the ones they did put in here are amazing. I think they are so cute. So I moved outside since this is a garden pack, but I just wanted to show you the different statues and like ruin type things you can get in this. Like I love these statues very much. There's this like half gazebo, and then there's this fountain, which is a really nice size because there are quite a few fountains in game that are either way too big or way too small. So this one's a nice medium size, and it's got a lot of good swatches. I love this picnic bench because it's got a swatch with the mossy parts, and then it's also got like a marble finish that's just like pristine, and then it's got some where the edges are crumbling, which is very cool. And it's got a matching bench, so this is the more refined swatch. These are the landscaping items, so I just put them in different swatches to show you the kind of colors you can get. So because of that, I'm going to rank this one as needed because I personally need the landscaping items, and the other build items I do use quite a bit because I tend to do like in my medieval builds, or like I even use that stuff in vampire builds and gothic builds, so I find a lot of use out of this pack. So the next pack I want to talk about is the kids room stuff pack. So in this pack we got it all dedicated to kids room things. So the new things we got in this for gameplay, we got void critters, which are like Pokemon, but I like the void critters better for some reason. And so with that, your kids can collect void critter cards and battle other kids with those cards, which is really cute. Love that. So that's what this thing is right here. That's the like gaming console thing that they can battle each other on. And then there is also a puppet show item in here where your kids can give puppet shows, which is really cute. But the Create a Sim items in this are just I love them. I think they are so cute, and there's a lot of really good swatches. So not only is there like brighter swatches if you want to do more colorful outfits, but there's also more muted swatches. So with this one, I just kind of put the furniture in different colorways just to show you the variation you can do with this pack. So these are the cute little void critters. I love them very much, and I love the mystery ones because they're kind of creepy looking. But these wall stickers come in different swatches so that each swatch is a different creature, which is really cool. And then like this little stuffed animal is so freaking cute. I use them in like every kid's room. But the bed that comes in this pack has a lot of really nice swatches. And then the furniture overall is just really kid-friendly looking. It is a little chunky, but I feel like it's okay since it's kids' rooms, you know? Because, like, I remember when I was a kid, I had some chunky freaking furniture. And I just love that they put, like, so much personalization in the different items. Like, this one's got stickers all over it, and so does the mirror. And this has got, you know, cute little photos. This is not the only kind of girls' room or lighter feminine looking room you can do. There's quite a few really nice swatches for girls' rooms. The only thing I don't like about this pack is that some of the wood swatches do come in like really bright neon colors, which I don't like to use very much because not only does it not really match with anything in other packs, but it looks a little cheesy, so I don't like it as much. And that's like the only thing that I would say is a con with this pack. So if that doesn't bother you, then this pack is probably perfect. So because of all of that, I would rank kid stuff as needed. So the next pack I want to talk about is the backyard stuff pack. So with this one, this is kind of similar to Perfect Patio, except this one has more focus on like family gameplay, which is nice. So the new things you get with this is a water slide, and then of course new furniture and creative stuff. So with this one they did put more kids stuff in here, and the colors they used in this pack are a lot brighter and more like fun, which is fine. It's just not personally my style. So here I just put the different furniture items and the different color swatches. So with this one, I just want to show you that like these come in really bright and fun swatches. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't really do these kinds of furniture pieces for exterior like seating areas. I don't gravitate towards doing like really fun colorful patterns. I do more natural and wood things, if that makes sense. So it's just I don't really gravitate towards using these items very often. If I were to do like a really colorful house, then I would use these items, but I don't typically use these items. And so with all of that being said, I'm honestly gonna put this one as okay. So the next pack I want to talk about is the vintage glamour stuff pack. So with this one, this is very obviously vintage. Sorry, I just hit my mic. But so we got a bunch of like more bougie and glamorous kind of creative items and furniture, but we also got butlers. So if you use like to use butlers in gameplay, I feel like this is perfect. And there's the vanity table that also came with. The creative items in here are very nice. I do really like them. I just don't make Sims that wear these kinds of items a whole lot. In fact, I think I've really only used this stuff for like my vampire Sims. So here it just shows some of my personal favorite swatches that come with these items. So there's a really nice mint swatch, but There is a mint swatch that comes with like really ugly gold and bronze, and I'm not really a gold person. I don't really like gold. This bronze is actually very nice, but it looks best when it's coming with like the white and the black swatches, but this does have really nice items. This is one of the vanities you can get. This is the more like glamorous looking one, but there's one that's traditional and it's perfect. The furniture, like living room furniture that came in this, is hard to use because the swatches are weird. So I find myself only using the black and white swatches, so that's why I don't really get a whole lot of use out of this pack, is because some of the swatches are very weird. So because of all of that, I am going to also put this one in okay for me, and that's just because the swatches are a little hard to use. So the next pack I'm going to talk about is the bowling stuff pack. So with this one, as the name implies, we did get bowling in this pack, which, I mean, I don't really need bowling. Funnily enough, like, I love bowling IRL because I've been on a bowling team. I was on a bowling team for high school and it was super fun, but I don't find myself, putting a bowling alley down and taking my Sims there, and I've also seen that it can be a little glitchy. So the other thing that came with this one is very 50s, like mid-century stuff, which is so up my alley, so I think that's the only reason I got it. The creative sim items, some of them are very like tacky bowling stuff, so I don't use those as much, but there are a few tops in here that are very cute, like pin-up-y style. So here I just put a few items. My lights aren't popping up. Hold a second. Okay, that's better. So I just put the items that I use the most in this pack, and so the mid-century items in this are so nice, and I use them quite often, but when I was pulling out the items I do use in this pack, I was seeing how many it was, and it's not very many, because most of it's like tacky bowling stuff, which I don't use. So this one is kind of hard for me to place just because there's not a whole lot I do use in this pack, but the items I do use I feel like I need. So I suppose I'll put this one in the love it category for now, but that's only because the build mode items I do use in this I love very much and use them in like every single build. So the next pack I want to talk about is the fitness stuff pack. So with this one, this is a very sporty and fitness focused pack, which I don't really think is necessary. We did get rock climbing in this. I think we got the rock climbing skill. I honestly don't know because I don't really play with the things that are in this. The only reason I got it, and I did get it on sale, by the way, the only reason I got it were because of the few pieces of build mode items that I love very much. So really, out of this pack, the only items I use all the time are these lights. I love them. And they have a lot of really nice swatches, but this teal one's really cool. And then these pictures, it's this picture, but I just put the two swatches I use most often, and it's got a few other ones that are really nice, and I use these all the time in modern interiors. And then this rug, I love the furry rugs, so I use that one quite often. And so yeah, that's really all I use. So because of that, I'm gonna put this one as meh. The next pack I want to talk about is the toddler stuff pack. So with this one, like the kids room stuff pack, this one is focusing on kid stuff, but mainly toddlers, right? So with this one, I guess there's a play date event you can do, I think. I don't know. I don't really use the event things you can throw in-game. Oh well. Anyways, so this one has the cutest creatism items for toddlers. I love the toddler clothes. Like, it's so cute. I think that's the only reason I have this one, because I wanted more outfits for toddler Sims. So here we are looking at the saddest room in this whole showing. So these are the only items in the pack that I get any sort of use out of. The problem I have with this pack is that they gave us a bunch of like big clunky play furniture and not like normal room furniture, if that makes sense, you know? So they gave us like a ball pit and like balloons and like decor items for like a yard play party, which I don't want that. I don't use it. I don't ever use any of those items, and they just look clunky and cheesy to me. And so I really wish they would have just given us like furniture for a toddler room, especially beds, because we are several packs and several years into the game. In fact, I think it's been 7 years this game has been around, and we only have 4 toddler beds. 3 in base game, which have very limited swatches, and then the one we got in Eco Lifestyle, which is very cute. But my point is, I want more toddler furniture, because the reason I don't build toddler rooms very often is because I'm very limited. So, even though I am very disappointed with the build mode items, I still feel like I'm going to rank this one as needed, just because we do not have very much toddler stuff. So anything I can get my hands on that is for toddlers, so the clothes is, to me, like, I need it because of that, and that's the only reason. So the next pack I want to talk about is the Laundry Day stuff pack. So I love this one. I love this one so very much. This actually was the first stuff pack I got my hands on. The first packs I ever got were Seasons and this one. So it has a very special place in my heart. But this one was actually a community voted pack. I don't know much about how this one was voted on, because the only one I participated in was the Nifty knitting one, so I'm not really sure how the process of this one getting voted on went. The things we did get in this pack is, obviously, you can do your laundry in this one. So we got a washing machine and a dryer, and then they did give us a clothesline and a washing tub for off-the-grid laundry, which is really nice. And then we did get quite a bunch of really, really nice Creatism stuff. So this one is another one that's got boho in it, but this one's more like farmy, kind of nature organic boho, if that makes any sense at all. And this one, I use all of the Creatism items, like, so much. We didn't get very much for guys. We got 3 shirts. Wow, that's so exciting. And, like, 2 pairs of pants. Yeah, so I feel like they could have given us more for guy Sims in this. So these are probably, I think it's basically every item that comes in this pack, but I just love all of it so very much. So these are the laundry machines, and I think they look like they can fit in any kind of interior, honestly. And then, like, these shelving units I use all the time. And then, like, oh, and these 2, like, little tables, I use them so much. I love them. I love it. I love it so very much. I use it so often. So, with all of that being said, personally, I need this pack because I use so much of the build mode items so often. The next pack I want to talk about is the My First Pet stuff pack. So with this pack, this one is quite controversial and for good reason. So this one does have some I don't know how to explain it. It's got thingies in here so you can have small animals like a rodent, and I think one of them's even like a little void critter, which is kind of cute. But like the reason this one is controversial is because they put stuff in here that has to be used with cats and dogs. So, in other words, if you wanted to get this pack, you would need to get another $40 pack in order to use everything in this one. I don't like the creatism items in this one because they are mostly cat and dog outfits, which I find them quite tacky and unnecessary. So here is some of the items I use the most, but like this couch I use quite a bit, and I even use it in modern interiors in this swatch. But this one has just like a bunch of fun like kids room kind of furniture, like this stuff, and then like this seat is actually very cute, and I love this carpet. It's a turtle. I like turtles. Um, anyway, and then these blinds are really nice for modern interiors, and there's a lot of good swatches of them, but this is really all I use. So because of all of that, I'm honestly going to put this one as meh. The next pack I want to talk about is the MOSCHINO stuff pack. So, unfortunately, this one didn't get received very well by the community, and I'm not really sure why. It might be because it was collabing with a clothing brand. I really like this one because it comes with a new career, which is the first time a stuff pack came with a career. So this one is a freelance fashion photographer, which I love. I love that so much, but it was a little glitchy at first. I believe it should be fixed now. I'm not sure. Let me know if I'm wrong. And then it had some really interesting creatism items, which some of it's like really fun, and lots of loud prints, but it's supposed to be like quirky fashion, so I get it. So here are the items that came in this pack. Please ignore the mailbox. I didn't mean to put that there, but anyway, so this one I use quite often, like this bookshelf I use a lot, and then these pieces look really good in industrial interiors, but like these are the wallpapers that come with it, and so those are pretty fun. These lights I use a lot because they're just perfect. But it also came with these nice factory windows. The only thing, well, there's two things I don't like, is that this is the second wall height, so these only really come in the shortest wall height. You can get away with stacking them on top of each other in the tallest wall height, but I never build with that, so it doesn't really matter to me. And then I love that they added this sliding door, but the most annoying thing about it is that it doesn't frickin' match the height. Look at that. It does on one side, but not on the inside, and it's so annoying to me. I hate it. Ugh. Anyway, so with all of that being said, I'm gonna rank this one as love it because I personally love it. So the next pack I want to talk about is the Tiny Living stuff pack. So this one is very special, I think, because it's kind of the first time we got, I don't even know how to explain it. It's the first time we got anything like this in a stuff pack, basically. So they gave us the ability to make tiny homes, and so there's a lot type now where you can set it as a tiny home residential, and then when you build it you can have up to 3 tiers of smallness, if you will. So micro, tiny, and small, and each of those levels gives you different I can't think of the word, for lack of a better word, advantages in gameplay, I suppose. Like one of them decreases your bills Another one, it gives your Sims a happy moonlit. Either way, I can't remember everything it gives you, but it does give your build and Sims gameplay more advantages because it's a tiny home, whatever. I can't think today. It's fine. So the creative sim items in this one are very cute. There's a lot of sweaters and like cozy things. And the hairstyles in this one are really nice. However, I am very sick of short hairstyles. I feel like we have plenty in game. Okay, so now we're looking at these items. And so I basically put every item that comes in this pack in here except the Murphy beds. I don't like the Murphy beds as much. But anyway, so this one came with a bunch of mid-century furniture, and I love mid-century so much, but I just kind of put the different swatches you can get with this furniture. It's got a lot of nice like neutral swatches, but it's also got some fun color blocking moments, like this table's got a teal swatch. And then like the dressers have these little color blocking moments that match with the rest of the colors in the pack. And so does like the seat and the desk. This bed has a lot of really nice patterns in the different swatches as well. But yeah, like this one, the build items I use a ton. The only thing I don't like about the swatches is that there's only white, black, and medium wood tones in this. There's no dark wood tones or light wood tones, so with this pack, I'm honestly just gonna put it and need it because I feel like I recommend this pack to anyone. Even if you're not a builder, I still think that the gameplay that comes with this is interesting. So the next pack I want to talk about is the NIFTY knitting pack. So this is the other community voted pack, and so I did actually participate in this one, and I would say that like I feel like the community did a good job voting for the different tiers of this being made. So I was really happy to see that when they gave us choices for the style of how this pack was going to be created, they gave us like really grandma-y, like a middle version, and then really modern. And so the community chose the one in the middle, so it was kind of both grandma-y and modern, and I feel like that was really great. However, when it did get to voting on the creative sim items, I was kind of disappointed, honestly. So this one, not only I hate the hair in this. Let's be honest. I hate the short hairs in this one because I feel like we keep getting hairstyles that look like this, and I don't like those hairs. I just really don't. We did get quite of knitted socks in this one, which is very cute, but I felt like there could have been more done with like the knitted and crochet stuff for like tops and sweaters and that kind of thing. And we only got a couple hats. In fact, it's the same hat for the different age groups. We had, when we were voting on it, there were some really freaking cute hats in the catalog to vote for, and we got one of them, and that makes me sad, you know? So, oh, if I didn't mention, this kit comes with knitting, and it also comes with an online store thing called Plopsy that's like Etsy, which is very cute. Okay, so here's some of the, well, most of it, but these are the furniture pieces that come in this pack, and so these couches are a little mid-century, which I kind of like, but these come in a bunch of more colorful swatches. There is some neutral swatches with the couches, so they are usable in other interiors. And then I did pull a lot of the debug items that your Sims can make with the knitting skill in this. So like this is a kid's toy, and so is that. And then these little plants, they come in a bunch of different colors and a bunch of different wall heights, and I love them so very much. I honestly need to use them more. But this one has a lot of really nice, like, craft room furniture and clutter, and so I do get use out of it with that. However, the reason this one is a little hard to use the build items is a lot of them are bright and very colorful, which I'm not afraid of color. It's just I don't build that kind of thing. I don't build very many cutesy kind of things. So with all of that being said, I'm honestly just gonna put this one in okay for me. And then the last pack I'm going to talk about is the paranormal stuff pack. So this is the most recent stuff pack we got. We got it in January, and a lot of people were like, why are we getting spooky stuff in January? And I'm like, shut up, it's my birthday month and I love it. So I genuinely love this one. Like, this one, I was like, I need it right now. When I saw the trailers, I was like, so excited for this one. So with this one, we got a new lot type, which is the haunted house. You can perform seances in your home, and you can summon ghosts like Guidry, which is a very flirty ghost, and he's actually got like a backstory and lore, which is really cool. And we also got Bonehilda back in this. Now, I'm sorry, I do not know very much about her because I did not play Sims when I was a kid. I'm sorry, don't hate me. But a lot of people were excited for that. And then you can get a skill that's like paranormal investigators. I forget what it's called, but there's a skill for this. And then there's other things you can do with the seance table, like you can turn yourself into a ghost. There's like a bunch of things you can do with a seance table, but when you get to the max level of the skill that comes in this pack, you can unlock the paranormal investigator career. So this is another stuff pack that has a career in it. And then you can go to people's houses and rid them of their ghosts, which is really fun. And so there's like a bunch of cursed objects that can pop up in the house for both the career houses and in your own. And then the specters in this are so cute. And then the creatism items in this one are fantastic. I love them. Again, I'll say the guys didn't get really very much, which is unfortunate because they could have done a lot of cool stuff with this. But the female items are amazing. So here I just put all of the furniture out that comes with this in a bunch of different swatches, just so you can get an idea of the many different colors that these items come in. But this pack is supposed to be like a New Orleans style, yeah, it's like 70s New Orleans vibes, right? And so I love everything in this pack. I think is so cool, and like there's some items like this that can work in older interiors, and like the wicker chairs are awesome. But like the best part about this one is like the little knick-knack stuff you can find in here. There's a lot of fun clutter items in here that you can find in Debug. But so with all of that being said, I'm going to put this one as love it because I just love everything about it. I think this one was very well made, and I know this kind of thing is not for everyone. So if you're into occult and spooky things, I would definitely recommend this one for you. But if you're not, that's okay. So this is my final ranking of all of these stuff packs. I hope this video was helpful for any of you who are looking into investing in more Sims packs. And so I'll have the other two pack ranking videos are not going to come out till November, so I'm sorry for that. But They will be coming out, I promise. So, other than that, I will see you guys next week. Bye!